our video reaction, and hopefully this time it's not a fucking clickbait title.
A billionaire CEO who escaped arrest and fled Japan in a box. That's kind of interesting. Japan analysis?
You remember that time the CEO of Nissan?
This is quite interesting. So okay, like now being made aware of what happened there. It could be that they mean this CEO. Like apparently, like especially like in China, when someone comes to like some form of substantial wealth, they get handled quite diligently by the communistic party there. So it's like interesting observing such developments or like parallels within Japan as well. Let's continue.
Escaped Japan inside a piece of luggage.
Carlos Ghosn fled house arrest.
Shocked the financial world, fled to Lebanon.
Fled to Lebanon.
In this trunk. Did he just leave or did he flee?
Yeah, this French bozo literally dodged a life sentence by smuggling himself out of the country in a box. Everyone was like, whoa, dude, that's crazy, and forgot about it a week later. But that's not even the wackiest thing that happened here. There's a massive web of screw-ups, hijinks, and backstabbings involving the Japanese government, France, and even the suits at the top of Nissan. But it all started with some really bad decisions made in the age of the boomer.
Love that.
It's 1999, and Nissan is in big, big trouble. Like, bigger than Bill Clinton trouble. The company's stock price is crashing like it's hawk to a coin.
Poor
and they were now
Nissan!
2.2 trillion yen in debt. The management wasn't helping either. The best idea they had was to turn off the elevators and air conditioning and
This is like funny, like looking at Japanese yen. Yeah, like Loki become a trillionaire, Deborah.
HQ just to keep the lights on. If they didn't get their act together, Nissan was about to face something scarier than Y2K. Bankruptcy. They needed a miracle. And that miracle came in the form of Carlos Ghosn. At the time, Ghosn was vice president of France's big car company Renault, and even though he looked like a nerdier version of Mr. Bean, in the industry he was more like Mr. Green. When things were on fire, companies sent Ghosn to put it out.
Okay.
In the 80s, the tire company Michelin was about to give up on their entire Brazilian operation. That was until they sent in Ghosn and his beautiful mustache.
He's 26?
He returned to the green within a year. Then came Renault, whose management was in trouble because they couldn't stop doing stuff like this.
If you are what you drive, imagine yourself as a Renault Encore.
What in the ad, bro?
Expressively sporty in outlook, stylishly European.
That's a fucking ad. Holy cinema! Become the car. Wait, I want one now. It's also such an ugly car.
They hired Ghosn in 1997, and he saved them.
You want something to do before you do something stupid. What would it be that you consider like stupid that you would do then? Like what would it be? Like what is stupid in your eyes? Liam, what is stupid in your eyes? Something. I can't like people have like different views in that regard. Like what do you consider stupid and like not stupid? For example, like someone who is like in the realms of like finance, like he would consider like going out and drawing a still life image. Like it could be that he is considering this stupid, like a waste of time. Like it's like such a vast thing. Like again, I would be quite helpful to like understand what you consider stupid. You hate gambling when. Did you gamble away money again, Queen? Didn't you pick enough clover leaves? Like what the fuck? You love gambling. Gambling can be like super fun, and like yet again, like that's like something. Like again, like someone working in finance, they could consider stupid. Or like how about just living and doing what you like to do? So. Like that's the thing. There's like a vast array of things. Like it's such a opinion driven environment with like labeling like activities as being stupid because it's highly it's highly subjective. So yeah, it would be helpful, like, if you declare, like, what you consider yourself being stupid, like something that's like so ominous. Liam is like very, very ominous. Like, be helpful, like, if you share what you think in that regard.
Millions of dollars, and all he had to do was lay off 3,000 workers.
Oh, that's okay. Didn't
For
really fix
this,
the
he earned
ads.
the title Le Cost Cutter, or in English, the cost cutter.
Yeah, I got it.
Renault offered
It's like quite a challenging position to be in, because like you gotta know, like, employment laws. There are many people, like, especially like if you discharge like in a 3-digit space, like it can also be like when you discharge a department. That can also lead to class action lawsuits. So you need to be very, very literate, like in law, in order to conduct such business within a company. Like if you're hired to let people go. Yes, you're stupid. Like, if you consider yourself being stupid, Liam, it's like totally up to you. So like what makes yourself stupid in that regard, Liam? And we can continue here on what is happening there.
Nissan a deal they couldn't refuse. They would give a bunch of money for a measly 37% of Nissan. On top of that, Carlos Ghosn, a man who didn't even speak Japanese, would be the new boss of the whole company. Or
That's
else.
crazy.
Bankruptcy-bound Nissan signed the contract before the ink was even dry. I mean, their 2.2 trillion yen debt wasn't going to pay itself. So Big Daddy Ghosn marches into Yokohama and immediately goes to the production line. And the first thing he notices is that Nissan is releasing cars in America 18 months after they had launched in Japan. They'd spend millions hyping up the car at home, then deliver it to America once everyone had already forgotten about it. Absolute genius. Ghosn was like, "Can we not do that?" And everyone told him it was impossible. So Ghosn gave his best Japanese engineers a week to come up with their solutions to this problem, and the best that he got was, we can delay the Japanese launch by a year, and then they'll only be 6 months apart. Now, I'm no expert, but I would guess Ghosn didn't like that answer
I wonder
very
why
much.
that problem was.
Ghosn also found out why Nissan was in so much debt. They owned $4 billion worth of shares in 1,394 other Japanese companies. This was the corporate equivalent of using Klarna to finance a burrito. This has got to be a mistake. Why? Well, Nissan was a keiretsu, and like every large company in Japan, owned a little bit of every other company. This was, apparently, to make...
Well, like when you establish such a diligent portfolio of like you could even go as far as to say like a share cluster. It's to basically try and grant that money stays within the group. So like when you have, for example, a supplier of car parts, it's advisable that you go ahead and buy shares of the supplier so that you overall profit from your that angle. How about just simply roughly just saying that like when you go ahead and to have a supplier of like car parts, you don't know all customers of this car part supplier, so you can go ahead, okay, I now buy 20% of the supplier and basically profit off of 20% from each contract they're signing with customers who are within the debt angle of this company. So they basically diversify their share structure in a way that grants them that money they basically invest there gets with a potentiation back to the company. So it's like forming circles so that the money stays longer within. Because like you can also say like in an abstracted sense, you buy 20%, you pay a contract, and you get a 20% discount as you own 20% of this company.
Make sure no single company tried to rock the boat. So Nissan...
It's stupid. We need this. We sort of have this in a different way. Every company doesn't own each other, but everybody now owns every company. Like with this Japanese system, the incentive is not to compete so hard, not to drive prices down and not to innovate and kill your competitors because everyone owns each other. So it leads to stagnation. But we have a similar thing where the average person isn't picking to invest in Ford or GM. They own a little piece of both. Everybody owns a little piece of both. So real competition actually hurts them on net. It's an implicit collusion versus an explicit one.
Own shares in everything from normal things like their own suppliers all the way up to a supermarket chain and even some of their own competitors.
Big A starting his commie arc, it's absolutely nothing to do with communism. It literally has nothing to do with it. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Well, I think I know what she meant there. Basically, like circular economy. Because like it can then like happen that like companies are so intertwined with one another that basically like company A orders company B to do X, which is then like passed on to company C, which is then like bringing back this contract to company A. So you have like a circular economy. So like it's shared across each company. But like when you take account like when you take taxes to account, you have like some form of like regulating instance. So of course, like with debt, you can then like also circumvent that.
I think you literally didn't hear what I was saying and then said.
After much thought, Ghosn came up with a brilliant strategy to save the company. Stop doing the dumb shit.
That's a good...
He immediately sold off 1,390 of 1,394 companies.
Okay.
Japan freaked out.
In a RuneScape market?
He sniffed out unproductive factories, shut them down, and fired their workers faster than...
Oh, okay, so like he basically leveraged in that sense like the company's share structure in order to like avert or like in order to avoid legal consequences due to general like employer contracts. This is like quite the leverage he took there, especially like in terms of compliance. Yeah, very very smart move from this gentleman. Though like taking into account like I assume that there's like a cultural influence lingering in the background, which basically then like caused this outrage.
Someone who's known for firing people. Japan freaked out even more. The firing people meta hadn't come there yet.
Yeah, well, like I understand the Japanese folk in that regard. Instead of firing people, he like closed down companies, which is like wide. And of course, like especially when you have like companies, like when you have like a huge supplier of like goods within the general economy, like an established house like Nissan is, for example. Service companies which serve this company are very often, due to the contract structure, then like reliant on this company. And of course, like when the shares get sold off and like basically, okay, we don't do business with you anymore, because like when there's no money saving incentive anymore they're basically well advised to then just move on and do this like from the beginning, because like all that basically took time to be reestablished. They probably also conducted an internal analysis on how to circumvent that in the future. So especially in the car manufacturing industry, like when you then have like such relationships taking place, and like, people become dependent on this company, and when there's then no more business, no more share structure, no more connection to this company, the banks will simply say, okay, credits due, no pay up, and they basically go bankrupt. And due to the bankruptcy then like taking place, people losing their jobs. So in a sense, it's a very, very smart move this gentleman conducted here, which then like of course explains the outrage. So because sure, like he didn't let go of people who were like working there, though he utilized a way around then.
Started getting death threats, and protesters swarmed Nissan HQ
Hard to
like
do
it was
mass
the last
layoffs in
PS5
Japan.
at Walmart. But you know what? Ghosn's plan actually worked. In 2000, Nissan made a profit for the first time in 3 years. By 2001, they had nearly cut their debt in half. Le cost cutter had saved the companies.
And like the thing about like such individuals who basically are there for turnaround management, they're also of course like then being utilized as scapegoats. So yeah, like look at it was him. It was him. So it's then like fascinating to like observe because like people are then like mad on those individuals. So like not that the because he was also introduced by someone. So like I don't know, man. Just like give it a little bit of a wink there.
Guy's ahead of the meta.
Carlos Ghosn, the guy who looked like Mr. Bean, was now the coolest man in the country. He won Japan's Father of the Year award. Crowds cheered for him.
It's like funny, like of course, like when you have like such a powerful company at place, they are very connected. You can imagine those great established houses. They are there for like hundreds and hundreds of years. And they like in the beginnings of this company, they went to the same church. Like their children know one another. They go to the same schools, and of course, like he's then like flooded with awards and whatnot. Like in order to paint a picture perfect of a person who like is there for saving people, and this is then like the end result of it, like where they paint this picture because like there are like some industry participants are there for like painting a picture.
Him at baseball games, and Japanese women literally wanted to have his kids. Honestly, kudos, Carlos. That's pretty impressive.
That's crazy.
He even got a manga written about him called
crazy.
Carlos Ghosn Monogatari. So Ghosn was living it up. He wore more stylish suits, hung out with cooler friends, and got a younger wife with more expensive tastes. Of course, Nissan paid him well for saving the company. By 2008, he was making over $19 million per year, making him the highest paid man in Japan.
Wow.
But
like overall in the general, like those sums are like peanuts. There are like methods to basically make the prey, like which is about to be slaughtered, as comfortable as possible. Especially like an individual which is highly capable of conducting such business, it's like highly advisable to like then give a good cushion, like like give him good pay so that he feels cozy and whatnot. Like let him shake some hands, and though yeah, like we're like about to discover what happened next there.
You know what else happened in 2008?
Nothing
The
bad.
stock market is now down
43%.
The Japanese people were pissed. They didn't crash the market, but now it was destroying their economy. They demanded a crackdown on corporate greed, and as a result, Japan passed a new law that required executives who made more than $1 million per year to disclose their income. Ghosn's $20 million salary would make Nissan look bad, so under pressure from the board,
funny, 'cause that's not
he
even
was
that
forced
much.
to take a 50% pay
You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk just got a $30 billion pay package.
Well, like of course, especially like when you take into account like such high levels, this hurts. This hurts a lot. I believe it or not, like those sums, they are like then like planned, like about to be spent, and those can't be paid because like those people, they leverage money usually like via lines of credits, and like when the bank then like hears okay, he doesn't get as paid as much anymore. Like credits can get called to be due, which can also lead to bankruptcy. It's like an interesting development there, like taking place.
We're talking about 20 million here. There's some guy fucking working AI in a basement at Meta who gets 20 million. Chump change.
and he was not happy about this. $10 million? How could anyone live off of that? Didn't Nissan know that he had obligation?
Like again, like so that people like understand, they usually have like multiple lines of credits. They are also like not everyone. Like don't get me wrong, it could be that this one is like a liquidity holder. Like usually they have They have highly leveraged portfolio structures. They have like lots and lots of mortgages to pay. This can hurt someone. Like I'm by far not. I don't know his balance structure, like his balance sheet. Though this can hurt a lot. Like especially when you look at gentlemen like Mr. Musk, for example, they buy companies for horrendous prices. Let's take the company X, formerly known as Twitter, as an example. Like the line of credit then like got sold off to another bank, and then like when he's like being taken away his bonus, like the bank sees that and basically pressures this person, which can then like in exchange like lead to very harsh measurements from those actors, which can impose stress on workers, which can then like therefore also lead to stress on the general economy. Like it's of course like when we hear like with our perspective $10 million, that's like a sum for most people where they think, okay, like I sit down and now I don't need to work the rest of my life. Like when you like look at this money, like it is of course like then also a sum where I don't know like what is the average amount. I heard once like a number where people are making 1.7 million like in their lifetime or something like that, and when they then like hear okay like 10 million and he's like being mad pissed about it, yeah, it's like a matter of perspective in that sense. Like what I think is like fascinating, like where I would like also like in a sense jump the boat, like if you know that he basically stacked the cash, like that he didn't like utilize it in order to be economically valuable to the overall global economy, where he basically just like sat down and yeah, okay, I'm gonna stack that paper. I'll just stack it and stack it and stack it and ain't doing shit about it. Like those people, in my eyes, they are quite questionable. It then depends, like of course, like on reserve yields, like how much reserves like those people need, like in order to be safe in times of turmoil, like general economic turmoil. So like when you have like someone, yeah, like he's just like cashing in all the time and not like creating jobs or whatnot, I think that's very questionable to then like being annoyed about like 10 million less or something like that. So yeah, like let's see what else there is happening.
Like this Marie Antoinette themed birthday party at Versailles.
Is there anything more on the nose than having a Marie Antoinette birthday party at Versailles? If you don't want to seem like an out-of-touch rich person, I can't imagine. Just don't do that particularly.
Which then like of course can like also like those extravagancies, especially like being publicly displayed, can be just like as the gentleman said here, like being declared as out of touch. Though like usually those events are then like also utilized in order to do networking with like other high stake individuals. Though sure, yeah, like I see where this general sentiment is coming from.
His vacations in Ibiza and the south of France. And how is he going to pay for this $100 million yacht? Ghosn started airing his discontent in public.
Which more and more looks like he was not a very economically driven person. A symbol of prestige here and there is I think like understandable for each and every one of us. It's okay though, of course, know thy place. Like be humble, be minimalist. Especially like looking at this yacht. Like I'm yet to judge, though apparently he was very extravagant, and it kind of looks like this painted picture where they basically let him down this road to be then like finally slaughtered by what he did.
Tiny yacht.
Well, I'm going to shock you, but since we're off
like the black sheep of the complete story, sort of.
the record, I am not very well paid, actually, compared with the CEO of General Motors or Ferrari.
And he was serious. GM really was headhunting him to lead their company. And Nissan really wanted to keep him around. They even had this guy, Greg Kelly, whose job was basically just to keep Ghosn happy. Remember that for later. But Nissan's trust in Ghosn was faltering. By now, Ghosn was CEO of both Nissan and Renault at the same time, and he seemed distracted. He'd fly between Tokyo and Paris twice a month.
The Jack Dorsey. I'm CEO of Twitter and Square. Or Block, I guess is what it became. And I spent 95% of my time working at the other company, but I really do care about Twitter. I really do care. Dude, Jack Dorsey would spend 6 months out of the year with his phone turned off in Africa.
Which is like wild and like also like shows you like those people are very often utilized for image management. Like they basically are just there to manage their image. Like when they like do hops like in that magnitude.
On a silent retreat. Then he would come back and spend all his time working at Square, 5% at Twitter, and he would still be CEO and get full pay. It was insane.
Execs at both companies had to start scheduling meetings with him 3 weeks in advance. The cracks had started to show. In 2011, he made a massive mistake, falsely accusing 3 Renault employees of spying for China. Things really came to a head when rumors surfaced about a merger between Nissan and Renault. Nissan hated the idea of becoming French. Hell, the name Nissan literally means made in Japan. They might have looked past everything else Ghosn did, but not this. Nissan was a proud Japanese company. End of story. And Ghosn always said he would never merge the two companies.
Why don't you make a merger between the two companies and you don't, get one team, etc. It doesn't work. I cannot make one team of Japanese and French managing a company which would be neither Japanese nor French.
And yet you are.
See, this is what he sounds like.
Well, like, but yet again, like, shows you know thy place. I assume he had contacts to the board. It's about communication. When they say we don't want it, they mean that they don't want it, and especially when it's about like a press conference, I assume it'd be like very, very advisable to go ahead and basically talk to the board before you go out there and like do such a thing. This, of course, this can backfire extremely hardcore. well, he tried. Like, I now assume that he basically presented foreign interests to this company, which furthermore like introduces an explanation to the outrage taking place within Japan towards this individual.
Anyways, as the years passed, he seemed to warm up to the idea of a merger.
Will Nissan and Renault be merged?
Nobody can answer this
Okay,
question.
the next question.
On November 18th, 2018...
It's the Trump when asked if he's going to pardon somebody. I never even thought about it. There's no answer. No, how could I know? Just say no. Let's just say no. I mean, I could do it. I have the power. I never thought about it.
Ghosn boarded his flight to Tokyo to discuss the merger with Nissan executives, but he would not arrive at this meeting.
Like, what would have happened, like, in a scenario of, like, such a merger? Basically, like, loss of control of valuable assets within the nation of Japan. Absolutely fucking wild. Like, trying to pull that one off. Of course, like as Holly mentioned, like, those companies are hundreds and hundreds of years old. What did you think? Like, what did they do to him, bro? Like, what the point?
So Ghosn steps off his private jet at Haneda Airport and he's greeted by a customs officer. Hi, are you Carlos Ghosn? Yes, I am. Do you not see my cool private jet with my cool license plate?
That's cool.
That is a very cool plane, sir. I'm glad you are here. You are under arrest. Ghosn is immediately sent to jail and charged with the crime of underreporting post-retirement remuneration. Japanese prosecutors alleged that Nissan was going to pay him a large amount of money when he retired, and even though that was in the future, he failed to declare it as income now. That's it. That's like getting arrested for filing the wrong tax form.
Well, no, I see what they're doing. Nissan wants to pay him more. They can't do it because they publicly look bad. So they make a sneaky promise to give him a huge payout when he finally leaves. The incentive is totally there. I get.
Like from my humble perspective, Atrioc is quite reserved about his statements here. Like it looks like he was about to establish a tunnel which like between France and Japan, which would have allowed assets to wander from Japan to France. Of course, like explains then, like, especially when you take into account like how it was like with the national situation where he was like given what was it like man of the year or whatnot, where he was like even granted the manga and everything. I think he fucked up by basically endangering the IP of Nissan with his behavior.
What they would do that? Yeah, it's kind of like Otani, right? That's that stuff where they backload all the pay so they can make it work now, and I get it.
But Ghosn was about to learn that Japan took his case very seriously. He was sent straight into solitary confinement with all the amenities. We're talking bright fluorescent lights 24/7, strip searches twice a day, and daily interrogation sessions that could be as long as 14 hours with no lawyers.
This is a more secure lockdown than we gave Jeffrey Epstein. This CEO who failed to disclose a slightly higher pay.
But at least there was one saving grace. Japan could only do this for 20 days before charging him. So as these 20 days of isolation and not being able to talk to anyone came to an end, Ghosn knew the prosecution would have to let him go. That is, unless they added a new charge, like for financial misconduct. Yes, through this one simple life hack, the Japanese cops would keep looping these 20-day detentions over and over to keep him in there for almost 4 months until he got out on bail.
Oh, damn.
This cost him over $13 million, and the conditions got so strict, he couldn't talk to anyone related to the case, including his own wife.
That's crazy.
Not only that, they had him under constant surveillance, cameras outside his home, police monitoring him 24/7. He swears they were even bugging his phone lines. Ghosn knew Japan was not playing around. By this point, not only the public and everyone he knew, even Nissan had turned against him.
This is the act which cannot be tolerated by the company.
If he lost his case, he could go to prison for the rest of his life. The same prison where he had just spent 23.5 hours per day alone in his own cell. The entire criminal system was stacked against him, and he needed a way out. Wait, did you hear that? It's Michael Taylor! Michael Taylor was basically a fixer. He was former U.S. Special Forces,
USA!
and he already had a long and dubious history as a security contractor in the Middle East. One day, Taylor got a mysterious phone call asking if he could help a certain wealthy individual who was in some legal trouble in Japan. I wonder who that could be. Taylor flies to Japan with his son and immediately calls up Ghosn.
Oh, hello, this is Carlos.
Taylor could hear the shower and radio on full blast in the background because Carlos was so paranoid of his house being bugged.
It likely was being bugged though. Jesus.
Taylor assures Ghosn he knows what he's doing. In fact, he had done this once before when he got a reporter out of Afghanistan.
That's wild.
Slowly, Taylor gains Ghosn's confidence and he begins to lay out various intricate plans to sneak Ghosn out of Japan. A cargo ship to Korea, a forged Swedish passport, a charter boat full of Navy SEALs. But ultimately, Taylor finds an airport in Kansai with very lax security for private jets.
Okay.
So Taylor starts telling Ghosn his plan, and slowly, Carlos begins to believe. Eventually, he musters the courage to meet Taylor in person. So Ghosn puts on his disguise and sneaks out of his house. He's extremely paranoid that he's being followed, but he manages to make it all the way to the Grand Hyatt Hotel without being recognized. He heads up to room 933, Taylor's room. He opens the door, and boom, there it is. His ticket out of Japan. A big black instrument box. Ghosn was going to get into this box and be carried onto a private jet. Ghosn is terrified, but Taylor tells him to just get in the box and see if he fits. Ghosn gets inside and notices the box is custom made for his height, with holes for breathing. Ghosn starts to believe that this crazy plan might actually work. But then Taylor's like, well, we're all here. Why don't we just do it today? So they get on the bullet train at Shinagawa, and there's only a few rules. Don't take off your disguise, don't draw attention to yourself, and do not speak.
Yeah.
Once they get to Kansai Airport, Ghosn gets in the box and is carried into the terminal. It was a holiday, so security was sparse that.
Man, like that shit must have been like freaking rough, bro. Oh, dude, like what in the claustrophobia, bro?
Day. The final hurdle was
Oh my god, yeah, how do they do the X-ray
Taylor
machine?
tells the staff that the instruments in his box are too valuable to go through the scanner, and the guards actually fall for it.
That's fucking crazy. Like, that's crazy. You could just have a huge big black box that gets completely unexamined. Why wouldn't they at least just open it? What a
Ghosn was
gambit.
loaded onto the plane.
Well, like you can of course be very persuasive, and like especially when you like like whilst attending such a scan system, like going there, you can like make out who is very exhausted, like doesn't want to deal with stress and whatnot, and then you can like of course like talk down on them. There are quite some, especially like in terms of like intelligence services or like people who have like experience in that regard. Like, it can also of course be that was someone of his team. It can also be that those people are usually quite connected, and long story short, like we don't know what happened there, though it is certainly possible like doing such things.
In his box, and 12 hours later, he was back in Lebanon. The humble guy that Ghosn is, the very first thing he does is host a press conference to tell everyone that he's out.
As you can imagine, today is a very important day for me. I did not escape justice. I fled injustice.
Now you might be wondering, why the hell did Ghosn run from a tiny charge of falsifying income? Why wouldn't he just stay in Japan and fight it? Smuggling yourself across the border in a box is not a very CEO-like thing to do, right? To understand, we got to talk about the case against him. Was he guilty or was he innocent? So when investigators searched Ghosn's house, they found this paper that was talking about the agreement he had with Nissan to pay him money when he retired to make up for the 50% pay cut he took. And that was incriminating, but it was just the tip of the iceberg. Once they started digging into his finances, they noticed a ton more sketchy stuff. Like, remember that Marie Antoinette-themed birthday party at Versailles?
Sure.
Ghosn hosted that party on Nissan's dime,
Oh, of course
even
he
though
did.
none of them were invited. His family's private jet vacations all over the
Business
world,
expense.
these were logged as Nissan business trips.
Damn, bro. You must like living a life on like that's like wild, like when like people do that. But basically, like what are the implications of that? Which like again like points you like towards French interest, like in that sense. Basically, he took Japanese currency and placed it via methods within France. So like liquidity from Japan got moved towards Versailles in France. So it's like interesting looking at those developments, especially taking the merger to account. And like it's also like when you look at the chain of events like taking place with the merger, it also shows you yet again that there was like state interest at play, and like if I have the timeline correctly within my mind, he basically like got treated that way as soon as the merger was like on the table. Yesterday you were watching a YouTube video, tomorrow we'll catch in the theater. If I watch that stream, maybe the viewers will enjoy it. Yeah, sure, like we can like of course like introduce that. You can send me the link like in the chat, and we can maybe like react to it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Like in that sense, sure, we can like look at it, look at the psychology of things like taking place. We had like today, like overall in general, quite an interesting topic in that regard. Like for example, like bullies, they often just repeat what they are being told by the circles which hurt them, like in order to compensate, or like people, for example, attending church meetings. Like it's not always the case. There's always a spectrum. You can always take this in mind. Critical thinking is at most advisable, especially like when you go into the highly theoretical field of psychology. Though, like people who, for example, like attend churches, they often compensate for their own behavior and whatnot. You forgot the name of the YouTube channel. Sorry for that. Don't worry. I assume like maybe like you will be reminded of it again, and then you can like simply share the link, and then everything is fine. So don't worry. All good. No pressure. And we will continue here.
He even got his sister a cushy 6-figure job at Nissan, even though nobody really knew what.
6-figure? 6 figures, 100 grand. 750 grand.
I'm a nerd. Yeah, I'm like a hardcore nerd. Like I even wear glasses. Like I'm like a super nerd, Matilda. Oh.
And job? Gone girl. That's good.
But
that's a W
how was
brother.
he able to spend so much of Nissan's money without anyone catching on? Well, it was a special process.
When would I do a face reveal? At the follower number 1 million. Then I will do a face reveal. Like when I have like 1 million followers, then I will do le face reveal. At 1 million followers. Then it's time. And then it's time to show my face. And I will also very likely do a documentary then. So like everything. I'll be a glass person then. I have a lot of knowledge. I appreciate that. I try my best, like collecting as much as possible. And I also go by the principles like knowledge, strength, and beauty. I can always recommend those. Like always ask questions. Never stop asking. Don't get persuaded. Like that's like something that can like if you for example like stop asking questions, you can, especially if you have this ick, you know, it's very very important. Nerd. Yeah, I am the nerd, Matilda. I'm the nerd. It's very very important. Like always ask questions and engage with what is happening around you, like so that you're that you're aware of your surroundings. Like never stop asking questions, and then you will also at a certain point like find elemental truths about our world, which can be quite revealing. So maybe we both will be the nerds, Matilda, so don't worry. Being a nerd is nothing bad. Let's see what those nerds are doing here so that we can be all nerds. Because apparently nerds are humans, so yeah, let's go for it.
It's called Carlos's CEO Reserve. This was a little system that let him get around all the paperwork and send anyone he wanted any amount of money with only 3 signatures anytime. Authorities who looked into these...
It's kind of like SBF with his parents, except that whole company was fake, so...
payments were surprised by how many of them were going to this one car dealership in Oman. That's this country here. It all started when Ghosn had a little $20 million debt he couldn't pay off. Around the same time, Ghosn's friend Suhail Bawan just happened to get a $20 million loan from Nissan for expanding
That's
operations. Lucky. Then, suddenly, a mysterious stranger helped pay off Ghosn's entire debt. Over the years, Ghosn would use this Omani infinite money glitch to help finance his yacht, renovations on his mansion, and even a $27 million injection into Shogun Investments.
Which is wild, and like looking into this, also take into account like what it was that was happening there. Yeah, it looks like he got very very long fingers and basically started taking stuff that it wasn't his. So of course, like what was then to be expected in that sense. That would be also very interesting to like see the surrounding dynamics, especially on the state level, which took place there, like in order to understand the whole picture. Because like the chain of events like basically shows you what was happening there.
Venture capitalist fund ran by his son. Ghosn logged all of these expenses as
Dude, being a rich French kid whose dad works in Japan and you start Shogun Investments, that's so embarrassing. That's some Lex Luthor shit.
It's like I understand like what Atrioc is saying. It's like such a hardcore meme, bro. But like I assume not like taking this to account, especially like this in quotes infinite money glitch you utilized there. Like the funds came from a Japanese instance, and when he then calls his instance like his fund Shogun Investments, basically like on the financial statement then looks like a company that is like Japanese. Like you have then like your bookies being there, and they basically read the company names, and of course like when it's then like Shogun Investments sounds more Japanese than like, I don't know, Versailles Investments or something like that, which yet again like shows you that it would be very, very interesting to see like further underlying state dynamics taking place, because like it's like one thing reading a company name, and then it's like another thing reading the address of the company. So I assume like, especially when you talk like about a company that has the size of Nissan, I'd assume that like people within the bookkeeping department are often just read the names and okay, it's a Japanese name, Shogun. So let's move on in that sense.
Real family man though. He basically went to Japan and milked his company dry for the benefit of his own family.
But all of this wasn't enough for Ghosn. Remember this guy whose job it was to make Ghosn happy, Greg Kelly? Well, he managed to convince Nissan's board that a few of the dates on Ghosn's stock-based compensation needed to be tweaked by a few days. And as a result, Ghosn made off with an extra $1.3 million. How
about that?
And Kelly paid the price for this, actually. He was arrested on the same day as Ghosn. And once Ghosn fled Japan, the entire investigation came down on Kelly.
Yeah, they had to get somebody.
It was a slam dunk case. Over 3 years, hundreds of hours of trials in the Japanese legal system with a...
Okay, so he was also being situated in Japan, if I'm not mistaken, which could yet, like, due to this finding, then like point to it that they acted in own accord, like in a sense. It's like quite wild, like looking at that. It looks more and more like theft that was like in some abstract form, like happening there. Of course, like from an illiterate perspective, I watched this video blind, so I could be heavily wrong in that regard altogether, even due to the fact that I'm not like literate in like all associated documents with this case being taking place. Though sure, like it looks more and more that it was like being planned to extract Japanese assets into another nation. Or like even in this case, like multiple nations. So let's see what else was happening there.
99.4% conviction rate. Kelly stood no chance. And he was obviously found...
You don't want to...
Not
absurdly
guilty?
high conviction.
How?
What? Excuse me?
Yes. Greg Kelly was found not guilty on 7 of 8 counts. His sentence was 6 months
He
probation.
clutched it.
Okay, but wait. What happened to all the damning evidence? Is Carlos Ghosn actually innocent?
Part 5.
Of the 8 charges against Greg Kelly for helping Ghosn conceal his income, he was only convicted for the year 2017. The judge found that there was insufficient evidence that anything illegal took place for all 7 of the other years they tried him on. So basically, they got him on one charge of negotiating Ghosn's package, which is a small offense. But to secure this conviction, executives at Nissan literally lured Greg Kelly from America to Japan, which took a lot of convincing because Greg Kelly was an old man with severe spine issues.
Also doesn't want to...
He was in intense pain all the time and could barely move. But Nissan still lured him to Japan on a private jet and had him arrested within hours.
That's crazy.
After this, they kept Kelly, a 63-year-old man with severe spine issues, in a jail cell for over a month.
Dude, it's funny. This jail cell in Japan is indistinguishable from Ariana's apartment when she worked at an internship there. I think this is nicer. This is nicer. This is the apartment she had. It was a tiny little place. I'll ask her. Hey, babe, can you come here real quick? Do you remember that apartment you had in Japan when you worked at the internship?
Well, but that was a share house.
Do you think it is better or worse than this?
Well, it's a trick question because is this my own apartment? Because this is better.
Jesus.
When we had the share house, there was like 8 other people in there.
That's what I'm saying. This is a jail cell in Japan.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
and it's
good.
nicer than your apartment.
Yeah, well, no, but it wasn't nicer than my actual apartment in Niigata. That was a nice one.
Well, it was nicer than the one I visited,
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I visited both, so.
That's funny.
They kept Kelly, a 63-year-old man with severe spine issues, in a jail cell for over a month, where he had to sleep on the floor and was forced to spend all day sitting in the corner of his cell in an L shape. When he finally got bail, his wife said he had lost so much weight and looked terrible. Kelly's entire trial took 3 years, but in the end, all he got was a 6-month suspended sentence. And Kelly wasn't the only victim of the Japanese legal system. Michael Taylor and his son were extradited from the US for their role in helping Ghosn escape, and their conditions were even worse.
Carlos's time in jail was a cakewalk compared to what we suffered. 15 consecutive days or more of solitary is considered torture. My son spent 13 months in solitary,
That's
and
insane.
I spent 17. You sleep on the floor, you eat on the floor, there's no heat, it's freezing, you get frostbite because you don't have shoes, you can't stay warm, it's impossible, and you're not allowed to exercise in your room. My attorneys came to me and told me my father was dying on his deathbed. I requested to make a phone call to him, and they denied my request. He died without me being able to say goodbye to him.
That's
By
crazy.
the time Michael Taylor was released, he had lost over 50 pounds.
That's wild. You can also clearly see this there. I assume the Japan. So it's wild how they treat it. I see this as well. There are way more humane ways in order to treat your captees than this. It's sad that this happened there in this sense.
In 2020, the UN Human Rights Council on Arbitrary Detention concluded that Carlos Ghosn's human rights were violated by Japanese authorities. The point is, Japanese prosecutors seem to have a massive vendetta for everyone involved in this
Well, it's probably
case.
just public opinion, right?
I
They
think
were
the straw
trying
that
to-
broke the camel's back and made him realize he had to flee in the box was, and this is one of the most insane things I've ever heard, as part of Ghosn's bail conditions, he wasn't allowed to talk to his wife or interact with her at all until the end of the trial. And this trial was expected to last for 7 years. Imagine not talking
7-year trial, that's wild.
to your wife for 7 years. Isn't the Japanese legal system awesome?
Someone said that's a bad thing, it's Facebook humor. Facebook quote tweet. Wish the judge would give that to me.
I don't want to get too deep into the prosecutorial misconduct here, but in Ghosn's case, they wouldn't let him access these 6,000 plus internal Nissan documents that could clear his name. And in Kelly's case, the judge literally refused to admit into evidence an internal Nissan memo where their own investigators said that it wasn't some sort of hidden salary agreement. They were just planning to pay Ghosn for consulting after he retired. So why did these Japanese prosecutors hate Ghosn so much that they were going this hard to get a conviction?
Well, for me, it still looks like that's the situation between the merger between Renault and Nissan. I think that was a triggering event for the chain of actions that then took place.
Well, it's one word: merger. Everything comes back to the merger. No one in Japan wanted to see Nissan become a French company. So when the French government suddenly passed a law that granted itself even more control over Nissan, the Japanese government started panicking. If the merger had gone through, Nissan would effectively be controlled by Renault and its largest shareholder, the French government. But Ghosn's big secret was that he actually wanted the merger to happen because it would finally put him in the billionaires club.
Sheesh! Sigma!
Japanese prosecutors and Nissan were working together. The investigation actually started at Nissan and was only brought to prosecutors after this guy, Harinada, got involved. Harinada was actually the guy who personally lured Greg Kelly to Japan. But do you know what's interesting? He was actually doing a lot of the same shady shit that Ghosn was. He only flipped on Ghosn in exchange for immunity. And even Nissan's next CEO, the one who gave the press conference calling out Ghosn, was later found to be doing some of the exact same things Ghosn was doing. And guess what? Neither him nor Harinada spent a day in jail. So while Ghosn was certainly not innocent, a lot of what he was doing was common practice among executives at Nissan and other large Japanese companies. Like paying Ghosn as a consultant after he retires, that does sound a bit shady, right? Until you find out that 50% of large Japanese companies were doing...
Like the thing about like such an event taking place, looking at the humanitarian aspect of it, like we're watching that the CEO who crashed out, like it's a blind reaction, and it seems to be that this is a foreign play that took place. A quick explanation was needed, you see. Well, like basically looking at the humanitarian aspect of it, it's quite questionable what is taking place in Japan. When you look how some captives, like who are like in captivity, are being treated by the government. Also when you look at the prosecution rate altogether and whatnot, like if Nissan, for example, would be extracted to France, it would destabilize the economy of Japan significantly, which could, of course, also show you interest on a humane level. Of course, this is highly speculative. Looking at things like from this perspective, it could be that this was at play and that this was the plan altogether. Like basically, in a sense, extracting this unit in order to destabilize and introduce therefore the leverage to establish humane laws within this nation. Though again, this is tinfoil hat. This is basically me being an armchair intelligence analyst, looking at those things. So yeah, looking at what happened there and like how prisoners there like sometimes get treated. It could be a legitimate interest that played out here, like which could explain this merger being introduced by so many entities of interest within the company Nissan. Mayhem sleeping on her desk. How dare you, Mayhem? If I had chalk, I would throw it towards you right now. Feel as if I would like throw chalk towards it. I shouldn't even ask you to watch the whole thing. Your eyes are already swollen. Fucking such profane language, Mayhem. Feel thrown at with another piece of chalk. How dare you? We will have a talk about this, Mayhem. The class topper. 3 minutes, yes, 3 minutes, Mayhem, 3 minutes. Pull fucking through, Jesus. God dang it. Good. Okay. So let's continue. Editor, maybe like drop a charcoal throw just for Mayhem. Yes. Even the editor will have to work in that regard. Oh.
That with their executives at the time. Nissan in particular had a history of poor governance, which is why Ghosn was able to move so much money around with so little scrutiny. The board knew all...
Good, very, very good, Mayhem. Yeah, don't worry. I will remember that. I have it on record. So Don't you worry, ma'am. Don't you worry.
All about Ghosn's shady slush fund. They just didn't want to.
Head down, sleeping on it. Yeah. Another piece of charcoal thrown. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do anything about it because they couldn't afford to lose him.
Just to sleep, ma'am. Just to sleep. When it's then about the test. When it's then about the test, ma'am. When it's then about the test. You will see the consequences of your actions unfolding in front of you. Yes, mayhem. We can even like one day. No, just for you, mayhem. I will conduct tests. Yeah, am I asking you to leave? What in the gaslight, mayhem? What in the are you also chained down to the keyboard, mayhem? Are you chained down to your desk? You will play victim now, mayhem. You will play victim now. It's okay, like we can also glue yourself like to the screen. Don't worry. This way you stay at least awake. Yeah, yes, mayhem. Do you need a tissue maybe? Do you need a tissue as well? Your free will was abused. No! No, mayhem!
Oh no!
Oh, fucking tissue! I should keep it. Okay, I will keep it. Don't worry, mayhem. All good. Jesus Christ, where are my gloves? She's made out of porcelain. TP my... What? What in the insult? Mayhem? Another piece of charcoal. No, but play the fucking video. Okay, yeah. Now you want me to fucking play the video. Yeah. Fast. Yeah, sure. I will show you what fast is. Yeah, mayhem. Yeah. I will remember that.
And that fear has proven true. Ever since they ousted Ghosn, Nissan has been on a downward spiral with mounting debts and a failing alliance with Renault. They are in massive trouble right now. So if Nissan really did conspire to oust Ghosn, it completely backfired. And the true tragedy is, we'll never know exactly what happened here. Truth and justice are completely hopeless in a legal system mired in so much prosecutorial misconduct and outright abuse of prisoners.
Well, like, it's not just this. You can also take to account that you have, like, 2 foreign nations. Probably, like, even more, like, this gentleman looked like Italian. So like you can speculate that you have like 3 nations and then like cross-border lawsuits taking place. It's a really fitting meme. Like justice got thrown out of the window there. Your patience is running low. Your brain, your soul. Yeah, suffer, mayhem, suffer. Jesus Christ, a free human being forced to watch stuff. No way, mayhem. You're also chained down. Your rights are abused. You're watching something out of free content? No way, mayhem! You just say you was thrown out of the window. And then justice! Jesus Christ, Queen, do you... What in the naming structure? That's what you felt. Now, like, I was like basically say, okay. Yeah, like I see the kappa being posted, but like still, okay. Like, just for you, Queen, okay. Like you're now like my like the special instance here. You kicked the fucking sir. What? Now listen, okay. Like we had the following. Like we have like multiple nations being involved, and then like you have like cross border lawsuits with like 2 foreign companies with one another. Like. Justice got thrown out of the window here. Good. Okay. We had that. So let continue.
Lebanon will never extradite Ghosn. So
now you're deaf, you can't hear? You're like holding your ears and saying la, yeah, ma'am. Yeah. It's okay. Another piece of charcoal for you. Don't worry. Like we got the whole magazine.
Oh, he's still in Lebanon? He's not in France?
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, your rights Your rights, Mayhem, your rights are abused. You're being chained down. You're the victim here, Mayhem. You are the victim. The victim card. They printed Mayhem on a victim card. Oh. Also physically as well. Physically as well. Like is the cushion not right? Like is the blanket not fitting correctly? Like is this also taking place, Mayhem? Do you have a peen under your mattress? Like is your place currently like not comfortable to change you down like hunt for the whole fucking life that you have left? Yes. Yes, Mayhem, this is extreme. We have glue, we have chains, we have everything, okay? Like if you're one time here, like those things that will come out of quantum experience, okay? You're right, Mayhem. When you go out of free will and enter the stream, okay? Like it's bound to happen. Those are quantum field fluctuations, basically like chains drop down from the heaven, chain you down to your desk, and you're therefore then like damned to watch the stream, to watch those videos where you actually learn something. You're being forced to hear things like love yourself. You're being forced to hear things like knowledge, strength, and beauty. With swollen eyes like this, yes, absolutely hard. You're forced to hear humor and satire. The bottom of like turning away the stream disappears. The video is only gone by like a minute. Yes, I know, Queen. It is what it is. We gotta let YouTube know as well what is about to happen. What is about to happen? Because you literally said chained down. Yes, it is what it is, Mayhem. It is what it is. Like when you're here at this stream, play the video. You're begging me right now to play the video. You see, YouTube. This is what is happening when you come here. Okay, this is what is happening when you come here. Also, you're absolutely required to like and subscribe to the channel. There's no way out of it. Okay, before what? You turn your chat upside down. You will make it. You will make a barrel roll. You will make barrel roll the chat. Editor, get this in. Get this in, Magician Mayhem.
You're gonna work hard. So you sir. You're gonna be committed. So you sir.
Making a barrel roll for the chat. Okay? You got this? You got this?
No.
Very good, very good. Okay, good. Yes. This is Mayhem's fault. This is Mayhem's fault. Like and subscribe, exactly. Right? Her terms of Mayhem is trying to what was it called like having a protest by turning the chat upside down. Victim card. Gotta get the victim card in here. Oh, good. Okay, now we have a upside down chat. Thanks to Mayhem. Like maybe okay. I will step in here. This is wild. This upside down chat. Mayhem, what on earth did you do there? Okay, I will now go in. As Lord Voldemort himself, the chat is literally upside down. Yes, XD.CD. What is wrong about CDs? Okay. What a freak, man. Like DVD. First it was CDs, then DVDs, then Blu-ray disc, and now what comes next? USB sticks? Free will? Fuck yeah. Good. Okay. Abracadabra. Simsalabim. Wait. What the? Oh fuck, it's not working. Hold on. I got this. Good. Okay. I fixed it. And now we can now we have HDMI on YouTube. You mean YouTube on HDMI? Yes. Jesus Christ, what happened to good old Blu-ray discs, man? How dare they offer us Blu-ray discs in a free market to just then take them away?
Oh no.
What the fuck? The fuck, this video is still 2 minutes. Yes, Mayhem. Yes. So long. Yes, Mayhem. Yes. Yes. So like don't worry, we will get there. Don't worry. Like 2 centuries, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, you wish 2 minutes. And trust, we can keep on going for hours if you want. Your time being absorbed by the studio rights. The chains are doing its thing, man. Play it fast. Play it fast. Okay. Like hold on. Like my hand is slowly but surely reaching the space bar. Like don't worry. Like don't worry. Like we're barely there. Oh fuck. Shit. Okay. Like I didn't have the YouTube window being selected. Don't worry. I will use my mouse. It's so bad. You're being wrapped up, man. Oh. Good. Oh. I didn't hear.
The story of Carlos Ghosn
good.
remains a highly controversial issue in Japan. Not only was his escape a national embarrassment, but it thrust their archaic medieval justice system into the worldwide spotlight. At the time, Japan's justice minister couldn't help but say on camera, Carlos Ghosn should prove his innocence, which is not exactly how a modern criminal justice system is supposed to work.
I agree. Like, it's absolutely wild that they have this situation still being present within Japan, and it's like probably like also likely in the future maybe another point on the list where I'm then like not able to visit Japan, like China, Japan. Like the list keeps on growing and growing and growing. Oh.
Personally, after extensively researching both sides of the Ghosn case, it's clear to me that Carlos was an extremely competent businessman who genuinely cared about Nissan. Say what you want about him, but he stuck with Nissan even when taking a massive pay cut and even after being headhunted by GM. But on the other hand, he was also clearly obsessed with his own wealth. He had...
What a nice thing to have as another more man. I hope I get eliminated in Israel by my side. I don't know. Maybe they're mad that I touched their wall. Like I don't know. I don't see a reason yet. Or like we're about to see. We're about to see. Oh.
Everything anyone could ever want. Yet he was still meticulously counting his 900.
You hope that a helicopter fan turns off when I'm sitting in it. Dude, ma'am. When the day comes, like you say this to my face when literally like get a fucking notebook, ma'am. Write down those things and say them to my face when we see one another. You hope my restroom door doesn't open when I want to use it so bad. Yeah, ma'am. Write this down as well. Jesus freaking Christ, woman, you got me so far. Like I will freaking make a photo out of this one. I'll make a photo on my phone. No, you can write it down yourself as well. Yes, ma'am. We will have a talk. Huh? You can? Yes. Do that, ma'am. Do that. Write it down. Write it down and say it to my face when we see one another, ma'am. Good. Do you hope that my pizza, you drag my pizza into this? My poor innocent pizza you hope that my pizza gets cold? Ma'am, I will make you shiver. I'll make you shake. Tuna pizza, you also ride that train, queen? Before I could eat it? Is that so? Is that so? Yeah. Write that down, ma'am. Do a notebook. You say that again when I'm in Pakistan visiting you. You say that again. You felt like you need to say something. So, oh, Queen, more Queen. You make me melt. Oh, you're so cute. You hope my fried chicken gets cold and not crispy at all. Ma'am, I will bite your lips, ma'am. Before I can shake you to try to open my restaurant's door first. This woman probably will sit there and hold the door closed and shut. Bro, ma'am. Oh boy, you guys have no idea, what kind things I want to say sometimes. So then I'm reminded of terms of service. You hope I lose all my knowledge in an hour. When we're ready, I won't be able of thinking anymore, ma'am. Is it that what you're trying to say? Is this? You hope I lose this video too? You hope all that, ma'am? Jesus Christ, woman! We have 1 minute in the video. We're getting somewhere. Yes, don't worry. We're having a battle right now going on. Okay, we're having a rap battle going on right now. It's 8 miles setting between me and Mayhem here right now. It just is that Mayhem has the high ground. Somewhere, somehow, yes, Mayhem. Yes. Somewhere, somehow, yes. Open the fucking door. Don't worry. Come here. I will open it. I will let you in. All you see is the video. That I can't. Yeah. You there thousands of kilometers away. Just you wait, woman. Wait. You're laughing your ass off on the side, Queen be with the popcorn, chilling here, watching this unfold. Why is the Trudeau here? Damn, Trudeau was also talking there. Why even a prime minister? I don't know, man. I have no idea why that is. He probably had more money in this campaign. That's usually how things are going. You have more money to spend in a political campaign due to more backings, due to more interest. Then you own the politicians, and then you can buy your campaign. He sucks. Fuck that man. What did I? Oh my god! Yeah, I remember. Jesus. He froze bank accounts from truckers. Dude was okay, I'm gonna instantiate martial law. Freeze bank accounts from protesters. Sorry, you're too busy to wait. You're too busy to wait, Mayhem. Don't you worry. The best things take the most time. Don't you worry, girl. Jesus freaking Christ! I even made a photo, Mayhem. You got me to this point. You write it down as well. Get a notebook. You can literally get a notebook, Mayhem, and then you can say it to my face. I need help after all this shit Canada says about it. He needs help after all the shit that Canada said about it. He got burned. He probably though he probably gets a good role at a company or something. In worrying. Me worry about the door. Yeah, Mayhem. Yeah, good. And if you pull a fortune teller, it's Jesus. Yeah, Mayhem. I see that. Yeah. Not me. Yeah, I was a little bit confused. I had me multitasking. I had Mayhem writing there absolutely kind things. Which I will certainly I will tickle her and you know, like I'll make her giggle and whatnot, in very loud ways. Though sure, like sometimes like multitasking can be a little bit challenging. Though yes, good. With that being said, we will finally encounter the final 1 minute and 40 seconds. You hope when I'm using a public restroom, the flash doesn't work after the flush doesn't work after I'm done. Is it that, Mayhem? Is it that far? Fucking stay away. Yeah, Mayhem. Yeah. Yeah. Now you're scared, Potter. Yeah. Like after saying this statement. Yeah. It's okay, Mayhem. Jesus freaking Christ. Are you down now, Mayhem? Are you done, or do you have like some other things you want to note down to then like discuss later? Like say things to my face. Yeah, Mayhem. I will remember everything. Good. 1 minute and 40 seconds. We can pull through. We can do this. Good. Oh.
99th million.
It's not okay if the flash doesn't work. If the flash doesn't work, it's not okay. As I should. Mayhem, I will bite you. Mayhem. Good. Play the video before Queen gets mad at you. Yes. Rightfully so, yes, Mayhem. Jesus Christ.
$1 million.
He met Trudeau?
I honestly cannot understand the mindset of someone like that. Interestingly, while public sentiment in Japan remains strong...
It was just a CEO who wanted to get
Love you guys.
He was apparently pretty good at making Nissan more profitable. He wanted to get paid a lot. Public pressure made it so he couldn't do that, so he found a shady way to still get paid a lot. Yeah, I don't think it's that crazy. And the Japanese government could have blocked the merger rather than engage in like this weird throw him in solitary for months, recycle charges. You could have just blocked the merger. That'd be a better way to do it.
There are some positive signs. In a survey of 120 Japanese lawyers, 70% agreed with Ghosn's view that Japan's legal system is basically hostage justice.
Hostage justice? You hope someone opens the door on me in public toilet when I'm using it? Red, Mayhem. Red. It will be so red. You won't sit after that one, Mayhem. Jesus Christ. Oh. Wooza.
Ultimately, beyond Ghosn himself, the real moral of the story, the thing to take away from this video is that Japan's legal system is deeply flawed and urgently needs reform.
It truly does. Like from the amount like that I got so far, like people who are there like in death row, like being innocent.
Honestly, this case is so big and complicated, like 80% of what I researched didn't even make the final cut. Like, did you know Michael Taylor hates Carlos Ghosn now? So what I did is I made like a podcast-style rant where I just go over the 10 or 20 most interesting facts.
I think it's like interesting that he then like got like handed out. It's like wild, like of all the general dynamic that like took place there.
That I couldn't cover here. It's completely free to watch. It's in the pinned comment and on the description.
Check it out!
On Patreon, but you don't have to sign in or pay.
Yes, check the whole chain, because like this is me reacting to Atrioc reacting to this video. Like this is like getting more and more common though. Like it is what it is.
Hey, check it out. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much to my patrons for making this whole YouTube career possible, and I'll see you next time.
I just need to say something. Like, this type of talk, shut up, bro. Yes, someone should have human rights. You know, just grab someone off the street and hold them in solitary on a crime they haven't proved yet. Obviously. Just shut up, bro. Just, okay? Just obviously. And clearly there's a systemic problem where every company's doing it, so.
Absolutely wild. Also, like from my side, the video will be linked in the description. Comment, subscribe, the whole chain, like especially like the original source. Was a great video essay. I enjoyed it.